Boom. Hey, good morning. Taking a block to raise your seat if you need. Roll the shoulders up and back and down. Take a moment to set your intention for this morning. I am, or may I be, just a single word. Place your palms wherever feels sweet for you today. So that might be in your lap, you know what to do. Palms face up, palms face down, maybe one on your body. Just landing on the mat this morning, noticing how you're feeling, bringing yourself into a conscious breath. A very warm welcome to you all. I am. And then from here, all of you place your left hand on your sternum or your heart chakra. Then place the right hand over the top. Breathe in and breathe out. Feel the body calming. Feel the pressure of the hands on that space. Feel the rib cage moving and the lungs expanding up and the diaphragm moving up and out. So there's this real sense of expansion and release. And let's start with an Om. And as you feel the Om leave the body, feel the vibration of the sound behind your hands. Take a deep breath in. Lovely practice. We're going to begin in a squat position. Of course, you can just stay seated on your block or cushion if you like and take it like this. Or you can elevate yourself off if you feel ready to. That might feel like quite a big old start there. But just see how that feels, and then trying to extend through the spine, press the knees out slightly and bring the palms together. Good. You can keep the eyes open or closed and then press the hands together so that your back of hands are touching and you're stretching through the back of the wrists. Good. Turn the palms. Good. Press, really trying to extend your spine. Feel the axes from the tail to the crown. Soften through the jaw. Press the back of the hands. Feel how everything is responding. Achilles, calves, knees, hips, lower back, pelvic floor. Everything's relaxed. Okay, one more press of the palms. Good. Then place your hands down onto the floor. Start to straighten up your legs. I'll show you from the side. So your knees can be a little soft or they can be very straight. Just find what feels good for the sweet spot of how this circle through the back of the body feels. And maybe you're just here, maybe you want to put the hands behind the head and just sway side to side, but feel all four corners of the feet pressing into the floor. And then from here, roll up bone by bone by bone. And when you reach the top, roll the shoulders a couple of times up and back and down. Good. Shift your weight into your left foot and just take some circles. You can put your hands on your waist or just have them anywhere you like. With your ankles and in the other direction. Then lift up that foot and take it just from the knee. So you're kind of like isolating the knee joint and you're finding balance. And if you need to hold on to all, that's fine. And then it's like this: open the gate and close the gate. So we're going to open 3 times. And if you don't need to put your foot on the floor, then don't. And then close the gate. You can feel what's happening. Your glutes, your hip flexor getting stronger. Place the foot down and move over to the other side. So just first starting with the ankle, then the foot, the fascia of the foot, other direction. Nice big circles moving. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. Up into the knee. 1. Both sides, and then open the gate. And remember, sometimes you think you're tight in here, but actually you might be a bit weak in there. So these, try not to drop the foot perhaps, these are really strengthening, not only oiling, but strengthening through the front of the hip. Place the foot down a little bit wider than before. Nice big circles now with your hips. Big old circles. And feel how your feet feel as you move from one side to the other. Good. Go in the other direction. Big circles. Moving through the whole of your body. Nice. Then bring your shoulder up to your shoulders. On this one, just put your hands on your shoulders and roll them up and back. But watch how I want you to try and move your spine with the movement of the shoulders and the other way. So there's a sort of snaking action happening. Good, and then bring both arms in, so double back stroke. And notice how that feels, butterfly. But my spine is moving too. Like a dolphin, you're moving through, very nice. Now on this one, come down, sweep the hands behind you, knees can be soft or straight, look up to the navel. On this one, sweep your hands down, sit into chair. And then move over into the left foot, pick up your right. You can leave the arms above the head, although that's pretty challenging. Maybe you want to put them at prayer, maybe onto your hands and knees. Don't push too low yet. We're going to come back into this later. If you need to hold onto the wall, that's absolutely fine. Breathe in, kind of sit low. Keep this knee tracking over the foot. And then feel that band of the back opening. Good. Press into the standing foot. Draw that knee in towards the chest. Take 3 ankle rotations here. Good, so just oiling into the whole of your body, your joints. Good, from your hands on waist, take the leg out in front of you. Again, strengthening rather than always just trying to lengthen or whatever. You're feeling this sense of power here. There's a pelvic tilt and a drawing of the rib cage. Can you lift your foot a little higher? Can you spread your toes a little wider? Put the foot down to the floor. Really nice. Lengthening and shifting over to your right foot. Pick up the left, sit down. So there's a flex through this foot. You can stay here. This is quite nice. By putting your hands on your waist, you can feel the center really switching on. Or maybe you're going a bit deeper. Maybe you need your hands on the wall, whatever. Have maybe a little notice or have it in your consciousness. Is this knee tracking over the foot? And it's cool if you wobble, you know, your brain and your foot is connecting. Maybe go a little lower and then come up. Try not to put the foot on the floor. Pull the knee in towards the chest. Take those ankle rotations. Super nice. Breathing in, bellowing, and breathing out. Take the arms out in front of you. Maybe your arms can come above your head. Maybe they're good to be out to the side. Elevate the leg. Maybe you're lifting and lowering ever so slightly. What I don't want you to do is lean back to lift the leg. So you're really connecting in. Good. Lift and place. Come to stand at the front of the mat. Spread your toes. Make sure all 4 corners are pressing down into the earth. And then let's begin to move through Surya Namaskar. Inhale, lift up, lean back. Exhale, fold forward. Put your hands onto the earth or your shins. Inhale, engage in pose. Exhaling, step on your first one, through your plank, through your knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, and then pull the body through. You're either in cobra or upward dog, and then push into child pose on the first one. So you're really feeling, you're noticing, and you're being curious. Where in the body do I need to send my breath? Where might there be stiffness? Where in my body might I need to be placing my awareness? Good. Drop the heels down, tailbone lifts. Imagine my hands are on your lower back. I'm lifting you up and back, and then through the back of the legs. Good. Bend the knees, look forward, step down or float forward. Inhale, gazing. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Gather the energy up above the head, palms to prayer. Exhale, palms back to the center, Samasthiti. Again, inhaling up and back. Exhaling, fold. Inhaling, rise. So strong back, strong legs. Step, jump or float back through chaturanga. Inhaling up into your upward dog or cobra. If you want to add an extra press up in here, this is where it comes. And then you push back to the downward facing dog. I'm just coming to have a look at you. Roll the outer blades of the armpits away from each other. Beautiful, Lizzie. Shake out your head. Nice, Gabby. Hey, well done, Ruben, Emma. Good, Miri. Shake out your head if you like. Blubber out your lips. Just notice and breathe and enjoy. Good. Bend your knees, look forward. Step, jump or float yourself forward. Inhaling, gazing pose. Exhaling, fold. Inhaling, rising up, leaning back, and palms to prayer. Just two more. Inhaling up and back. Exhaling, fold. Inhaling, gazing. Step, jump or float through chaturanga. Inhaling up into upward dog or cobra. And then roll over your feet, come into the downward facing dog. Notice how things are shifting, how things are moving and changing with every breath you take. Ears in line. Good, especially if you're very flexible. Don't overdo this. You're drawing back. And if you feel really stiff and it's really difficult, soften your knees a bit. Maybe lift your heels further off the floor. Find the length in the spine and that integrity through that space, the spaces of the vertebrae, before you even consider doing anything else with your legs. Good, bend your knees, look forward. Step, jump or float forward. Inhaling, gazing. Exhaling, fold. Inhaling, rise, up you come. Palms to prayer, back to the center of the chest. This is your last one. Go right to the edges of the shapes. Exhaling, empty your lungs. Inhaling, gazing, pose, look forward. Step, jump or float back through chaturanga. Inhaling up and open into upward dog or cobra. Then exhale back to the downward facing dog. Heels come down, spread out through your hands. Maybe if your heels are on the floor, you could lift the toes up, spread them out. Keep the broadness of the back, maybe move the bottom from side to side a bit. Feel the scoop of the belly, Uddiyana Bandha, as you lift in and up. Good, bend your knees, look forward, step, jump, or float forward. Inhaling, gazing, exhaling, fold. Inhaling, rise. Leave your arms above the head, you're sitting into chair. So you come into Utkatasana, the chair, press the knees together. Sit into chair. Wonderful, looks good. So as you press into your hands and then you press the knees together, can you sit a little lower? Can you feel the extension and lengthening of the two axes of the body moving further away? Good. Come up onto your tiptoes. If it feels easier and more appropriate for you, you can have your hands at your waist or out to the side. If you're pretty good here, you're feeling okay, maybe take Kali Mudra. So just the forefinger is out and the arms are in line with the ears and you're lifting as high as you can. Good, now press the knees together a little more, breathe. Good. Stand up, stay on the tiptoes. As you come up onto your tiptoes, and your hands, remember, can stay at the waist, tailbone descending down, rib cage connecting in, as high as you can be on your tiptoes. Arms, if your arms are above the head, find that line. Good, everyone. Heels come down, sit into your chair. Lift the arms up for a moment. Exhale, bring your left elbow to the outside of the right knee. So I'm going to turn this way so you can see. Lengthening through your spine, turning, 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 and don't let your knees pull apart. So knees together, look up, maybe your arms are opening. Can you lean back a little more? Can you imagine my hands on this right shoulder and I'm helping smile open across your clavicles here? And then maybe you're feeling this length from outer right hip to outer right shoulder. Good, everybody look down. You can stay here or shift your line over into your right foot and squeeze your left foot up to your bum. Maybe even send it back behind you. Good. Can you bend into the right knee a little more? Can you spread the toes of your left foot? Pull it in, sit down, lift up, and take the other side. Right elbow comes across. Don't let the knees pull apart. Palms can be together as you turn. Remember, opening that sense of length from outer left to outer left shoulder. Maybe you're opening your arms. Good, sit lower, breathe. Maybe you look down to the floor. Maybe you squeeze the right heel in. Maybe it goes back. Ah, hard work. This transformation's tough. Breathe in, breathe out, and bring it back in. Inhale, sweep down, exhale. Look up towards your navel. And then from here, step your right leg back. Your left leg might want to come a bit out to the side. Lift your arms into the air. Down comes the back knee, 1 of 3. 1, 2, 3. Leave the arms above the head, pivot on the back foot. Open it into warrior 2. Straighten up your front leg, 1 of 3. 1, lower. Lower, maybe an inch lower. And lower, good. Extended angle pose now brings you over. I'm turning to face you. So as you come over, maybe your elbows on the knee, maybe your hands on the inside of the floor, but you're certainly trying to roll and lean back into the pose and find the length all the way through the body to the outer blade of the back foot. Up you come back into your warrior 2. Straighten up your front leg, Trikonasana. Find that length through both sides of the waist before you come down and look up. Breathe in. Breathe out. So good. Breathe in and breathe out. Revolve triangle. Bring your right hand down to your left shin. Separate your feet so there's a little bit more foundation here. Inhale, send the crown forward as the left hand comes to your lower back, and you turn. Now with this hand, could you rest a glass of water there? Is this nice and flat? And keep it extending forward, but rotating around. Press into your feet. Breathe in. Again, try and feel that length from outer left hip to outer left shoulder. Good. Anchor through the outside edge of the back foot. Both hands come down to the floor. Step the back foot further back and drop the back knee. So the right knee is now on the floor. And we're inhaling up into Anjaneyasana. Reach the arms up and back. Now remember, you don't just want to dump forward. You want to lift up and reach back. And if the arms want to be in Kali, good, fine. Hands behind the head. Hands on the knee. Doesn't matter. Find that sweet spot in the positioning of the pelvis. Find the elevation through the heart center, the stretch, but also the strengthen through the front of the hips, and the hip bones are facing forward like headlights. Good. Both hands are now coming to the inside of the front foot. Turn into Skandasana. Move yourself to the back of the mat. Wow, tricky knees. And then work in your own time here. So you can be here. You can be here. Using your arms in the same position as your legs. You can lift the arms up into Kali, which I find the most challenging, because that kind of keeps my back super straight. Or if none of that's working for you, you're up here. And that's brilliant, because you're working through your ankles, your knees, your hips. Work your way back to the front of the mat. Step through a vinyasa, or just meet in a downward facing dog. Lower. Lift, Marion, if you want to add in that extra press up, it's here. Lift up and back. Breathing in, let the pelvis lift up and back, let the heels come down. Breathe in and breathe out. Step your right foot forward, so let's try this way now. Lift your arms into the air, tap the back knee, 1, and lift. 2, arms above head or on waist. 3, and lift. Pivot, open into warrior 2, find the pose, knee in line with foot, breathe in, good, breathe out, straighten the front leg, bend, straighten, bend, straighten, and bend, and tip, and breathe into that beautiful length through the side of the body. So you're in a dance, you know, feel it. Feel every movement, every connection with the breath. Maybe the hand is flat, maybe there's a block. There's a definite opening of the chest, a reaching of the top arm. Good, coming back to warrior two, straighten up the front leg, shorten it slightly. Reach forward. And you come for Trikonasana. Can you engage your legs? Can you lean back? Breathing in, breathing out. Don't be needing to come too far down on that leg if it means that you're tipping forward. You want to be leaning back, feel the space in the obliques. No compression in the underneath side. Long torso. Good. Down it comes for revolved triangle. So left hand comes down. You can bring the foundations wider, so right foot to right, left foot to left. Go forward with the crown as the hand comes to the lower back and you turn. Then you lift and you engage your legs. Good. Breathing in. Breathing out. Super nice. Good, Bridget. Turn more, Nikki. Nikki, you can. I know you can. Yeah, there it is. Good, Fiona. Open that top shoulder. Well, Laura Pittman, show your chest more to the window. You can. There, that's better. Good. Both hands come down to the floor. Get the back foot back. Good. So you're reaching the back foot further back, then you drop the back knee and you elevate up into Anjaneyasana. So find what feels best. Here, here. Sometimes actually bringing the arms into more of a reverse prayer or holding the elbows is going to keep your chest really held open if that feels where you need to be. Sometimes when we're sad or grieving, the first thing we do, as we know, is this. Very clever of the body to protect yourself. We're just starting to unravel that and explore it and see what feelings come up in the body when we allow ourselves to open there. Maybe feel a bit vulnerable. Maybe it's really uplifting. Maybe it brings a little bit of anxiety up. Just feel it and it will move and you breathe and it's all good. Wherever you're doing now, you bring your hands to the inside of the front foot, lift up the back knee, let's turn into Skandasana. Remember, you can keep it high. You come back to the back of the mat, you go back to the front of the mat. Feel the adductors switching on, your glutes, your thighs, one more in each direction. Wonderful for every single part of your body, these squats, these kind of primal movements. Move back to the front of the mat, step either into dog or take a vinyasa to get there. Remember, if you're adding in an extra press up, it's at that point. Good. Step the feet wide as the mat. Your hands as wide as your mat. You can hold on to the edges of the mat if you feel a bit slippy. Bring your right hand to your outside of your left ankle and turn and rinse as you look up under your left armpit. So you're really pulling and releasing through the myofascia around the spine, your erector spine, around the intercostal muscles, and really plumping out through the back of the legs. Change sides, so right hand comes down, left hand comes to the outside of the right leg, push back, breathe in. Spiral. Good. Hands come back, come up onto the tiptoes, and then as you come down onto the heels, can you move into Malasana where we began at the back of the mat? All right, so press your knees out and press your palms together, or if it doesn't feel doable, hands on the floor or sit on a block. Looking forward, now can you extend your spine a little more? Good. You can stay here, there's an enormous amount going on, or join me in trying to bring a little bit more juice in and around your hips and ankles, etc. Lift your elbows off, maybe touch one knee and open it out, touch the other knee and open it out. One more on each side. Good. Very nice. Now come back to the middle, everyone. Hands onto the floor, lift up through your legs and try and take a crow. If your wrists don't like it, don't worry, you can stay in Malasana and I'll give you something else. Toes touch, heels pull in. If you're in Malasana, I'm not really taking part at the moment, don't, my wrists aren't enjoying it. So I'm going to stay here. I'll show you from the front. Back of the hands. Good. Elevating the chest. Or interlace your fingers and take your elbows off knees and take some figure of eights. Good. All the while, all of your lower back, your pelvic floor is fairly relaxed. You're dropping down through the heels. Good. Crow people come down. Everybody now, straighten up your legs. Seesaw the feet in, just fists, 2 fists distance apart. Put your hands under your feet. Press into your palms and look up to your navel. Breathe in. And breathe out. Feel the vacuum of the lower belly. Good, release your hands and roll up bone by bone by bone. Reach your arms out to the edges of your space. Sit down into your chair. Take the right arm over the left, tourniquet the arms you're in even. As you lift the arms up away from the floor and away from the face, looks like this. Let the hands be in your vision line, so your peripheral vision switching on. Maybe if you're coming with me, you want to shift over into the right foot, pick up the left, double wrap, keep lifting the hands, keep sending them away from the face, lift up a little bit more, away from the face, lift up, away. Very nice. Now keep the hands, undo the top leg and send it back into warrior 3 as the hands go forward, the foot goes back. And if it feels too much, you can be here. Just keep pushing the elbows away from yourself and the hands away from your face. So there's a big stretch through your scapula. If you're in the balance, press the foot into an imaginary wall. Here we go. You're reaching the arms. They're now in line with your vision. Bring the foot in. Extend the leg out. Press the ball of the foot away from you. Oh, stabilize your breath. I'm kind of talking to myself there. And then put your foot down onto the floor. Release your arms. Whoosh. Arms out to the side. Sit into chair. Arm over right. You can stay here if you like. Or tourniquet and lift. As you lift the arms away from the floor, sit down into your chair. Lift. Send the hands away. Breathe. Good. Breathing in, breathing out. Now you shift into the right, you pick up the left, you tourniquet, you lift, you breathe, eagle, like a bird protecting its nest. And you drop the shoulders down and then lift the elbows more. Good. Now unravel the top leg, send it out behind you. Keep the elbows moving forward. Fix a spot, not down on the floor directly beneath your face, but a little ahead. Reaching, breathing, expanding. In comes the back knee. Out in front of you it goes. Flex the foot. Could be down here, no problem. Whoa. Good. Put the foot down and release your arms. Now I want you to do this. I just want you to turn and hit yourself. And just notice, how does that feel? Keep totally relaxed through your arms. I closed my eyes there, but actually it's better if you keep them open. It's part of the kind of 5 Tibetans, like a whirling dervish. You'd start to whirl at some point, but not now. I just want you to twist. Good. And then allow that to become still and come to the front of your mat. Look forward, rock back and forth on your feet. Inhale, lift your arms up and lean back. Exhaling, fold down, put your hands on the shins of the floor. Inhaling, gazing pose. Exhaling, step your right leg back. Drop the right knee to the floor and then wiggle that left foot to the edge of the left edge of your mat. So you can stay here, option 1, take some circles. This is wonderful, really nice. Working through that oiling of the hip. Or you can roll on the outside edge and do that. Or you can roll the left arm back and look back towards it. But watch how open my chest is getting and how much space there is from the knee to the chest. And then if you want a bit more, you might take the foot into the outside edge of your foot into your hand. If you wanted to work more into the quadricep, you take the inside of the foot and close the shoulders towards the floor. You can see how my foot is being pulled in now towards my chest. You may even go onto the forearm. If you want more of a chest opener, hip flexor behaving pose, you're going to open here. So you choose either here or here, or none of those. Being here, it's going to be activating and opening and oiling of the correct areas that we're working towards our targety bits today, as they are. Good. Drop the foot if you have it. Go forward and back in that front leg, so you're getting a nice deep hamstring work. Put the foot's at an angle. Stay back, foot is flexed. Bring your hand to your hamstring, maybe your glute, maybe your calf, wherever it feels like it's quite strong. And then maybe just start to windscreen wipe your foot this way and that way. Come forward, step into a downward facing dog, walk out your legs, shake out your head. And then step your right foot to the outside of the right hand. And the same begins on this side. So you're either taking some circles, rolling onto the outside edge of the foot, maybe rolling the hand behind you. Maybe this is where you are today. Maybe this. Maybe this. Listen into your body. Sometimes everything is different. And sometimes everything is not. Just notice how you feel. Every day is different and everything is temporary. So can you just ride the wave of what's happening in this moment? Good. Whatever you've chosen to take, start to exit. Bring your hands down to the inside of the front foot. Go forward and back. Maybe there's a bit of a rub of the hamstring. Maybe there's a little turn of the front foot. Exploring your hamstring. Good. And then when you're good there, you can come back forward and step through a 1 or 2 legged vinyasa, or just come into a downward facing dog. Out in the second press up if you like. Good. Breathe in. Send the sitting bones up and back. Make sure your ears are in line with your arms. Breathing in and breathing out. Just the breath in those. Sorry. Good. Shake out your head, everyone. Blubber out your lips. Good, Richard. That looks great. Notice how the body's feeling in this moment now. Good. Come up onto your tiptoes, ripple forward to plank. As you come forward to plank, press the earth away from you. Of course, you can modify it if you need, otherwise you're here. Right hand into the center line, or forearm, come over into side plank. Of course, you can leave the bottom knee on the floor if you need. So as you push the sitting bones, the underside of the body away from the floor, and you're here or here or here, can you then reach the arm over the head, find a little bit more of an arc? Good, maybe look up under the armpit. Maybe some of you might want to lift up the top leg. If you're here, 3 touches. 1, and reach. 2, keep the palm facing down, I did a mistake then. And 3, good. Turning back. Take 3 press ups if you like, or just a vinyasa. Well, there's no just about it. All of those are building strength. Good. Meeting whenever you're ready in a plank. You can drop the knees, you can bring the left hand into the center line. We're coming into modified or full side plank. Lift, breathe. Feet can be on top of each other side by side. Maybe you're attempting to lift. Maybe the bottom knee's on the floor and you're lifting. Reach, look up, find that center. Here we go, touch. If you're going there, 1, 2, or maybe the legs lifted, 3. Good. Coming, rolling out. Either 3 press ups or 1 vinyasa, whatever you're taking. Do it slowly, precisely, and meet in a child pose, sending the sitting bones to the back of the mat. and taking this position with your arms, where your palms come to prayer, and you put the prayer behind your head. And the sitting bones go back. The broadness of the back is gorgeous. The hips are open. And you've got this opening through the knees, the front of the feet, the ankles. But it feels better to have your hands going backwards, maybe between the legs or the other way, than do that. But rest here in child pose. Should feel pretty nice. You can stay here or come up into headstand if that's available to you. Use the wall if you need. If you don't want to come up to headstand and you don't want to be in child pose, you could come into practicing the press-ups, dolphin dips, excuse me, or forearm plank. It's quite hard having my head down. I hope you're all doing well. I know there's lots of colds going around. Okay, so whatever you've chosen to take, you can be child pose, forearm plank, dolphin dips, press ups. If you're taking the press ups, try and keep the elbows drawn in or headstand. Let's stay in child pose if you want to, no problem. Find what feels appropriate in this moment for you now. Lovely. And you're very welcome to use the walls. Lovely, Nikki, that looks good. Good. With Laura Pittman, just bring your elbows just ever so slightly closer. Yeah. Oh, that's way too much. Like somewhere in the middle of those. Yep, there. Perfect. Good, Helen. Perfect. Beautiful. Nice, Marion. Nice shapes. Good, everyone. So from here, if you're in headstand, start to come down. Good, Richard. Come back down to a child pose. Have a moment there. Notice how you are. If it doesn't feel good to still have your head down, particularly Julia and anyone else who's got a cold, then just be kneeling. We'll be meeting you there. I feel better with my head upright. And then everybody start to roll up and sit upright. Wonderful. From here, you're going to sit down to the left of your heels, bring the right leg over the top. Make space for both your bum cheeks. So put your hands out to the side just to really level them out. If you can't do that, no problem. Just send out your left leg. So it will be like this. Okay. And then right hand behind you, left arm lifts, turn, twist. Take that nice deep twist. And as you twist, look over your shoulder. Keep dropping down through both sitting bones. Good. From here, look forward, maybe de-rotate a bit. Take the top leg, your right leg, sweep it behind. Now you can be in stag, 2 right angles like this, or come into pigeon. You're very welcome to elevate that buttock, the left buttock. Move sweetly into the pose. If you want to be upright and take the quadricep into the pose, you could come here. Some of you might even bring your arms over the head. If you want to be in a more sleeping pigeon position, maybe put your palms at prayer and place your thumbs into the inner corner of your eye socket. Super soothing, really nice. And then work into your hip. This is really nice, maybe Maddie for you, if your knees, if you're feeling a little vulnerable in your knees sometimes. And what is also very, very nice is to put a cushion or a block under that front leg bum cheek, because it really squares the hips. I feel much more sort of like I can work deeper into the hip joint, deeper into the piriformis, deep into the glute muscles. But we're all made differently, so find what feels good. I'm just guiding you here, offering suggestions. Whatever you've chosen to take, come out. Remove your block if you have it. Roll so that you're like this. So still that left leg is the bent one and your right leg is straight. And then you're taking a side bend, reach up and over, look up towards the ceiling or the sky, wherever you are. Have a little bit of energy through that right foot. Some of you might even bring the hand to the foot. Good. Notice where you want to find that little bit extra space or release. Maybe there's a tiny element of cat-cow moving into the pose as you move and explore the wonders of the spine. Come up and over, point the right foot, lift your hips, maybe the hands on the heart, maybe you're taking some sweeps of the top arm, bottom comes down, good, both feet come in. You can take a little butterfly for a moment if that feels nice, breathing in. Breathing out, and now we take the other side. So you're either taking the right leg out and left leg over the top like that, or bending up. Sometimes it feels nice, if you want to have both legs bent, to be on a block. And then take the pose, maybe elbow, maybe arm, maybe bind, but don't be curling in the back. Remember the axes, remember the lines, breathe in, opening your chest, super beautiful, everyone turning, breathing, expanding. And then from here, release. You can either look forward or look over your opposite shoulder. Sweep the top leg up and over. So either stag pose here, or pigeon pose, or supported pigeon pose. And then find, try and do what you did on the other side. So maybe you're in the full sleeping pigeon, which is delicious. Maybe there's a prayer behind your head like we did in child pose earlier. Breathing in. Maybe you want to stay upright because your quadriceps, need a little bit more juice and energy and space. So you're finding the right level for you today. And that curiosity and wisdom and sweet attention and compassion for your body will go off into the day. So you're not pushing too hard so you deplete yourself, but you're not trying enough so you don't feel fulfilled. It's this sweet spot between effort and ease. Drop down onto, come upright, sorry. Drop down onto the right bum cheek and sweep the left leg around so it looks like this. Sweep over to the left foot. Find that spiral. So maybe it's just here or here or here. Maybe you're reaching the hand all the way towards the foot. Notice how different it feels, perhaps one side to the other. And then lifting up your arms, reach, point the toe, lift. Find that beautiful line through the hip, the stomach. Take a sweep of the arm. And then sit your bottom down. Very nice. Bring your feet in. Pat your legs into your butterfly. Good. Maybe from the butterfly pose, it might feel sweet for you to open the feet, press into the inner seams of the legs, and ease forward. Maybe that doesn't feel good for you. Maybe it feels better, for me it does today, to put my hands behind me and lift the chest. It's probably still got cold. I want to keep my chest open, my airways open. Then I'm just patterning out through the inner seams of the legs. You find what feels good. Folding forward, leaning back. Good. And then come upright. Close the knees together. Come into a little ball, cosmic egg. So from the side, look, my feet are off the floor. I'm holding my elbows. And it's like I'm just floating in space. And there's a curve through the back. It's really nice. Cosmic egg, just floating around. If it's too much, just keep your toes on the floor. Drop your eye sockets or your forehead down into the knees. Good. Lift up your head, place the feet down, arms out in front of you, and then keep that power in the belly, tension in the belly. Roll down, roll down, roll down until you get to the floor. When you get to the floor, take the arms over the head and just take some nice movement through your knees. So put that sort of somatic, twisty, lovely for the belly, for your lower back. Breathing in, breathing out. Good, and then your knees are still bent, your feet come in. You can leave the arms over the head if you like. You're going to tilt the pelvis up and down. Notice how the lumbar feels. And then sweetly peel the tailbone off the floor. Up it comes, squeeze. Press the feet into the floor. Pull the feet towards the shoulders. This is all now super switched on. Now you can stay here, I love here. Or you could put a block under the back, which I love even more. Here, supported bridge. Feeling all the tonic coming up, opening your lungs. Or you could put your hands by your ears and come up into full wheel. Find what feels appropriate today. Breathe in and breathe out. Whatever you've chosen to take, feel that elevation and expansion of your chest. Breathe through your mouth if you're congested, but otherwise through the nose. Good. Start to exit, rolling down, rolling down, rolling down. Draw your knees in to your chest and feel the residue of the pose, the feedback. You can take some circles. Rock up and down your spine. So some of you can rock all the way into your plow. If you don't like rocking and rolling, don't do too much of it, but we're going to meet in a cross-legged position, facing towards wherever you want to face towards, actually. You can lean against a wall. Good. Place your palms face down on your knees. Elevate your seat if you need. Notice how the breath quality is as it moves in and out of your nostrils. Breathing in and breathing out. We're just going to take about 4 rounds of box breath. I'll do your counting for you. I'll instruct you as we go. Release all the breath out of the body now. Breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on empty for 1, 2, 3, 4. Just 3 more. Visualize a box if you like. Inhale up. 2, 3, 4. Hold on full. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Empty. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fill up. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on full. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on empty. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Last one. Inhale, fully expanding. 3, 4. Hold. Kumbhaka. You can lock in the Mula Bandha, the Jalandhara chakra. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. And hold on empty. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just breathing normally now. And as you breathe normally, you let the breath expand and release. You're feeling the solidity of the earth beneath you, and you're held and grounded. You're feeling the expanse above you and all of the possibilities in front of you. Take that away with you. Feel the axes of the body, always grounded to rise, root to rise. Feel the expansion and release of the temporariness of everything. So if you had a bad breath, a difficult breath, a difficult time before, what's the next breath going to be like? What are you going to be pulling in? Start to move in the direction that you want to go toward. And sometimes it might dogleg off somewhere, and there might be blockages there. But you'll find your way through. Just keep coming back into your body. You know what you're doing. Put the left hand on the heart, put the right hand on top of it. Breathe in and breathe out into that diaphragm. Feel that full diaphragmatic breath. And together with love, with compassion for ourselves, for everyone around us, kindness, gentleness as we move into the day. Let's close with an Om. We're going to take a deep breath in and then Om, and feel the vibration in the body going out into the world. Take a deep breath in. A deep breath in. A long breath out. Then open your eyes. Namaste. Have a lovely, lovely, lovely day, everyone. Or a really average day, but have a day. And you've started it really, really well. Let's just pop that.